turn it up. Bum 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 bum. Turn it up. Danni Nput, yeah, we back in the mix. Talking toy chaos, yeah, we deep in the fix. From grails to flips, yeah, we calling the hits. One tangent later, it even is this. Shelf full of stories, yeah, we live what we claim. No filter talk, yeah, we saying it plain. Unbox heat, yeah, we changing the game. If it's rare, if it's wild, yeah, we know the name. Danni Nput, yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, we do it like this.
That's awesome. That's funny.
What a theme song. What is going on?
I have no idea what's going on with the world today. People fighting. Yeah, what's up, mother?
Hello, mother.
Mother.
Hello, father.
God. How you been? All right?
I've been all right. Yeah, I don't know what else what to add to that except for I've been good.
Have you been? Yeah. What about buying anything in general? Have you picked up anything in general lately, or anything at all? Like, it doesn't have to be toy related, like comics, anything, or.
I just ordered the Mayfex or the Mayfex. Jesus, I'm looking at my Mayfex store right now. The Venom bus, like it's an omnibus, but it's was it Danny Cates, his run on Venom? So it's like, Absolute Carnage, King in Black, 2018, like 1 through 35, all this stuff. I just ordered that from a bookstore. It was like $60, and like retail on it is like 150, I think, 125, 150, something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I ordered that. That should be here in a little bit when it gets here. So yeah,
that's cool.
Pretty stoked about that.
That's a good run. Like, I like some of that too at the time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, did you probably know this a bit? I got these off someone off Marketplace today. It's kind of cool. You never see these as much. It wasn't too expensive or anything like that. White Rabbit from Batman.
Oh, dude, she's cool.
I know. And like, I used to have like a lot of the Harley and the Poison Ivy stuff, and then her first appearance too. So the guy had a good deal. He had 25 on there, but paid a little cheaper.
What's that all like? It's like what Rebirth era?
Yeah.
Okay.
14 or something like that. And then I just kind of like them because I used to get some of the Harleys and some of the other ones, but I kind of picked up these because they're kind of cool. Like, they're it's just you don't see her that much. I think I have a trading card from 2014 and something else of her.
I think the last time that I saw her in a Batman comic, like pre-52, was like Batman Face to Face, and Two-Face ended up killing her like off screen. So it's like,
was that what happened?
They found her body like tied to a tree, and and Batman was like, "Oh, what happened here? She's tied to a tree. It must be Poison Ivy." And it's like,
really, that's funny. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, because I seen her, like I said, 2014 had that card, some other stuff I follow here and there, right? But I know that they have like a rainbow version of this or whatever, like a shiny version.
Oh, that's dope.
It's kind of cool, but this one's cool. Like $15, like this cheap, right? And like I just like the weird, odd ones. Like I said, I had a bunch of Harley. I had a bunch of Punchline and all that. I kind of got rid of some of it because the Harley and the Punchline stuff kind of went down. Then the Harley stuff was like just getting like, there's so much of it overproduced, right?
Yeah,
100 copies, and then Poison Ivy stuff I like too, but there was just so much of it,
Yeah, I tend to like really not do single comics anymore. I try to do trades or omnibuses or something and stuff like that.
That's smart.
Unless it's like an issue, like a cover, like that first one that you showed, something like that.
Yeah.
That like, is really cool, whatever. I can kind of pin it on the wall, put it in a frame, put it on the art wall or something.
That's what I like. I like getting them like framed or in those things or whatever, and then put them up. Like the other ones I have is like Empowered by like, what's his name? Oh, I love him. Like or Adam Warren or whatever, and he's got like really cool ones. I think I got like a graded one. It's sweet. But yeah, the thing was, I was buying too many of those out there, like because it's like I'll get some of the cool Harleys or cool Poison Ivies. There's like thousands of them, so it's like then they're just all in a box. But some stuff I don't mind. Like I got like lots of Zombie Tramp and stuff. Like
yes,
you know what I mean. Almost a whole like I'd love to have a whole run eventually, but I don't care if that's in a box. Like that's just too cool not to have, right?
Dude, Zombie Tramp. If you guys aren't reading Zombie Tramp, fucking read it. That shit is so good.
It's funny as hell. And like the art's so twisted, right?
Yeah, I found God, this was like 2018. When did that book come out? Like 2018?
Oh yeah, even earlier, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
The original.
I found the first trade of it at the local comic book store, and I was, going through whatever, seeing if there's anything new catch my eye that I could read. And I get down to the Z's, and I was just about to give up, and I was like, Zombie Tramp, what the fuck? Then I pull out the first trade, and I was like, oh, dude, this is so up my alley. Yeah, I'm so getting this. I've been hooked on that book since then.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. There was a published black and white graphic novel that says 2009. I had no idea. And then 2014 was like another version, right?
Yeah.
And then new spin-off content came in the 25, 26. There's so much. He's got all what's his name? Dan Mendoza. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mendoza, yeah, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I follow him on Instagram. He's got like tons of cool stuff, it's interesting. Like his art's very interesting, right?
Yeah, it's very cartoony. That's what I like about it. It's oh, what is it's very, do you remember the Rob Zombie Super Beast cartoon?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's kind of very much in that vein, like Stripperella and Super Beast and
stuff like that. That's cool. I just thought it on top of my mind. But like what else? Like I was gonna say last time we were talking too, like about the toys and the collecting, like more of the, we'll show some stuff off. We got some other stuff to show, and then just talk about like whatever, I guess, like whatever comes to mind. Like, do you have any like super like moments that stand out to you the most? Like we said, when you went to the store and we saw the Toy Biz stuff on the wall, and kind of more of that age of like, because I remember being like 2 or 3 and I like look up and there's like hundreds of Ninja Turtles, and like I don't really even understand the value of money at that point, and
right.
It's kind of, but do you remember like when you're a little bit older, maybe when you had your own money, or like, you know what I mean, you went to the toy stores, or any like line that like besides Toy Biz and Kenner stuff? Because even Beast Wars, the original Beast Wars actually was Kenner at the beginning. So it's like stuff like that. Like what other toy lines, like, or even that something like that really stuck out when you went in there?
You're talking about like when I had my own money?
Yeah, kind of when you're a little older, but still into toys, like that got you really, really excited, and you could kind of assess the value of like what to get more and such. You know what I'm saying?
So I really didn't have my own money till I was about 15 or 16, because I was a theater technician in high school, and they offered like you could have a job as a theater technician. You could work like the dance crew's performance or whatever, or band's performance or whatever, like, whoever needed somebody to control the light board, the soundboard, and do like the curtain pulling and stuff like that, they would hire you out, right?
Okay.
And those jobs were, I wouldn't say they were few and far between, but they were like they were very sporadic throughout the year. But they paid really well, though. I think it was like $20 an hour, $25 an hour.
Okay.
And you would probably work like 8 hours total. So, you'd walk away after 8 hours of work, $250 or $75 or, whatever, depending on, whatever they needed you, however long they needed you or whatever. The one that you really wanted to aim for was the end of the year. We had a dance squad, and that was the show you wanted to aim for, because they did 3 days worth of rehearsals, and you had to be there all 3 days. But they also had like sets and stuff, so you had to be there to help them. There's about 4 or 5 days worth of good solid work, and it paid like $20-$25 an hour. So you would get about an $800 check.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's. So I say all that to kind of, lead into what Danny was asking me.
Megatron.
I would have to be when I would get my first check or whatever. Like I would have to be real selective. There'd be like a Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics or something like that I would want, and I'd be like, oh, it's $8, but I've only got like 75, and I want to go get the new Megadeth CD, and I want this and that, and blah blah blah. So I have to kind of do all of that. So I started being kind of selective with the figures around that time, right? Like if it wasn't a very specific character, like Scarlet Spider, Wolverine, those were the two. Like, man, you could separate me and my money real quick with those two. Pretty much anything, like I said, Ben Reilly, Wolverine. So, and then Mattel started doing a Batman line around that time. That was always that was kind of hard to deal with at the time too.
Totally.
So I have a distinctive memory of I was being in KB Toys. I was about 16, 17. The Marvel or not the Spider-Man Classics Scarlet Spider had come out, and there's two KB Toy exclusives. It was Spider-Man 2099 and it was Scarlet Spider. And I called my mom and I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna get this Scarlet Spider figure or whatever, because she was always like really into what I would bring home that was real random, So I would call her and be like, hey, there's this like skull lamp or whatever, I think it looks pretty cool, and she would either kind of mom is always like spendthrifty, she'd be like, then buy it, just if you like it, fucking buy it, So I called her and I was like, I'm gonna get this Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider, and she's like, oh, I can't wait to see it when you get home. And I was like, yeah. So that was like I bought that, and I called her because I was like, I was thinking about like 2099 Spider-Man or Ben Reilly, and I was like, which one? And she was like, well, you like the Scarlet Spider, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Okay, let's go this route, as I like him more than I do 2099 Spider-Man. Not saying that Miguel's a bad character or anything,
Yeah.
So I have that memory. That was like a very distinctive, memory. Then when around the same time in January, I got a second paycheck, and the 2002 Ninja Turtles cartoon had started, or 2000, whatever it was, the second cartoon that came out in the 2000s. I bought that Raphael because I was like, I'm a sucker for Raphael. So I was like, yeah, I'm grab that. But as far as like I guess like childhood goes, I have a handful of very distinctive memories. Like I would go down the aisle of Toys R Us, and I would go because our Toys R Us was set up, you'd have the sliding glass doors. You go in, you make a left, and then you make another left, and you make a right, and then you make another right, and then you were like, and then you were free to go, I remember like going through the Barbies and the girl aisles and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, fuck all this shit. Give me where's the man stuff? Where's like the Chuck Norris, so I can, like all that, and I got there was like these X-Men figures at the time that they lit up. Like you put their weapon in their hand, you press the button on the back, and their sword would light up, or whatever they had. And I ended up getting a Nightcrawler, and I picked Nightcrawler over Gambit, and which I don't know why. Like I don't have anything against Nightcrawler as a character, but in terms of like top 10 X-Men, he doesn't even make the top 10 for me.
Yo, Big M. Yeah, I know.
Big M.
I mean, I'm a Satanist,
but like I got home and my mom was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I didn't really want this one. I wanted the Gambit. I just thought I wanted this one."
I hate that.
And she was like, and she was real, like real nice, I guess you could say, about it. And she was like, "Well, don't worry. We'll go back tomorrow. I just don't feel like driving, whatever. And we'll pick it up tomorrow." Okay. And what's even more messed up is like I knew I wanted that Gambit because I ended up hiding it before I left with Nightcrawler. So it's like
Oh, no.
Like,
what does he want? Yeah. I
yeah, I
know.
was
I've
like,
done the same, like, did the same kind of thing. Like, you know, got one figure, thought I wanted it, and put the one I really wanted back, and then went home, and it's like, oh, it's classic.
yeah. Like I think I had this whole idea planned out for Nightcrawler in terms of like play wise of how he could teleport in and save Superboy or whatever, and then
JSP. What's up? Yeah,
and
yeah.
what's up, JSP? Nightcrawler's better than Gambit. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, I almost kind of like. I don't like Gambit much either, but I mean, Nightcrawler's cool too. But like, yeah, it's just I can just relate to the thing, like especially with weird lines that I was just getting into. Remember, like Swamp Thing? I got like one of the guys. I think I got the glow in the dark guy because he's super cool, but I kind of wanted that changing like water one. You know what I mean? Like the one that looked like a tree. And then it's the one I really wanted, and same kind of thing. Like, I want to go back. And I think we went back and got it or whatever. And then I think of my mom, like when we actually had a lot of money or family, like we got into like our business did really well. We'd go to the store and I was like, Mom, I want this, I want that. She's like, just dump it all in the buggy. You know what I mean? I'm not coming back tomorrow. But like we were really broke, like not really. Well, yeah, we were actually pretty broke for a long time. And then, Beast Wars era, like the Kenner stuff when it first came out, yeah, like my family had money then, so it was just like, put 6 cheetahs in a buggy or whatever. It was just like, before I was still like, I wasn't spoiled. I was like, man, I really wish it was G2 days or get like a tank or a plane. Now I'm getting a cheetah and a rat and a pig in a buggy, but yeah, what you can take, right?
But you were getting it, right?
Yeah, and then you still had fun, and then you saw the show, and it was amazing, right? But yeah, that's a great angle, Mr. Dash and Dashwood, because it's just like, hey, what's up? E-Man's in the house. Just, I'm running
E-Man.
I'm running on E, baby. But yeah, it's just like a great thing, like getting that figure that you thought you wanted, and like you said, like sometimes too, you brought the card home we were talking about before, and you look at the back of the box, you're like, I should have got that one.
Yeah. And
torture.
And I did that a couple of times, man. I wasn't like a perfect kid or whatever, but
no.
But I'll say this: I think my love for Gambit, to kind of address what JSP was saying, I think my love for Gambit really comes from the '90s cartoon, because I think Nightcrawler was in there, like 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and Gambit was a badass dude. He still is a bad. If you watched X-Men '97. You understand why Gambit is like the baddest badass.
I do like him in the real show, like the real like X-Men show from the back in the day. Yeah, he was the coolest he ever was.
Yeah. So
yeah, I get that, E-Man. I'm running back in the day. Yeah, I know. I put the M backwards E on it, the M&M emblem. But yeah, I know it's funny. Back that would have hit. Yeah, no, I was an E-maniac too, man. Popping pills every day. But yeah.
All right.
Cool. It's so funny. But yeah, do you have something to show? Do you want to go first?
Well, did I go first last time?
Yeah, I can go first.
I think I went first. You go first.
I'll go. I'll just go. Like I said, I have things from the same line, but I want to show each character because I just love it. I don't know if I could like do this better. Next time I might change the camera around, but let's have it set up like this. So I'm gonna do dun, 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 dun. So yeah, we're getting to the show and tell.
Shove them toys in the camera's face.
Yeah, so I got Dead-Eye Duck from Bucky O'Hare here. He's losing. He's lost, so he doesn't have one gun, which sucks. I mean, we still have 100 parts to go through here, so I'm sure I'll find it. But I had this figure. This isn't my original one, but I had him as a kid. Absolutely loved this figure as a kid. Like, just seeing this guy at London Drugs. It's a toy store here, or is this like a Shoppers Drug type store? I don't know if you have any of that, but it's like, and they had toys, lots of G2 and turtles. And when they had these guys on the, carded, I saw him, and I just absolutely loved them. A one-eyed duck, 4 guns, 4 arms. Like, he's got a cool hat. He's got that mean old grin. The colors really popped. I mean, Daffy, kind of like a Daffy Duck underneath as well too. So it was just hits really hard. And yeah, I love Bucky O'Hare. It's just a obscure, strange line. I always loved the show. Like, yeah, it's very strange. What's up, player? What's up, Ronaldo? Welcome.
What's up, man?
And then E-Man, this is for you. I just want to show you quickly. We've got these comics. Yo, it's E-Man, baby. But yeah, I know Dead-Eye Duck. It's very cool. Like the characters, like not a ton of articulation, but they're still pretty good. You can still find them in pretty mint condition, like this one. And yeah, they just like hold up. Like arms aren't too floppy. The guns can be crazy, right? Because look how much they look alike, but they are different, you know?
Yeah.
So, and yeah, you have to find the right ones that go with the duck, you know? So the original duck face, baby. Yeah, so no, I love them. I love them. But yeah, it was super cool. There's a fun line. Like I said, a couple more characters to show. And yeah, it's later. And yeah, it's just a fun line. Like it's just, they're fun. I don't know. The turtles in a way, but a little different, right?
Right.
That's fun.
Right.
Oh,
so I guess it's my turn.
Huh? Thank you, E-Man. Yeah. Your turn. Okay. Put you on the spotlight, baby.
Oh man, I'm in the spotlight. Oh
my God, you're so hot.
Oh my God. I'm in the spotlight. If you want to be in the spotlight, bro, what
$3.99. Hey, do you want to join me in the spotlight for $3.99 here?
For only $3.99 a month, you can join in the spotlight and be one of Danny's Hasbro Sims.
Hold on. Yeah. Maybe I'll play it now. That's perfect. Yeah.
So it's funny that you brought a duck, because I brought a duck too. I think it was Nosedive from the Mighty Ducks cartoon.
That's sick, son. I got lots of ducks there too. But get your ducks in a row, player. Yeah, like I mean, we're going through all the pieces. Me and Bart, we got so many Mighty Duck things. Like it's just like bags of the parts, no figures really, but they're cool, man. The parts are cool. The toys are rad.
Like
they're doing so good here too. The Mighty Ducks, like in NHL, they're actually doing all right. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're actually I think they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I couldn't for the life of me. This was the only one I was ever able to find in that cartoon. I wasn't able to find too much of anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was like a limited release thing, a regional thing, or what, but
yeah, we had a ton here.
Yeah.
Yeah, tons, man. Like I said, Bart's got a bag, like a biker mice bag, and like a huge Ziploc full of Mighty Duck shit.
See, we got Street Sharks, we got Mighty, we got like anything and everything. We got all of it except for the Mighty Ducks. Like we had
weird.
Yeah, I would go in and I would see him and the leader. I forgot the leader's name. Like there was like 2 or 3 figures and that's all I would ever see, and then that would be it. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. I got him. So, and it kind of put a damper on it for me because I was one of those kids where, like, you know, I would want to have at least another member of the team that I liked.
Yeah,
you know. And I could only ever find him, right? So that kind of was like, weird. Well, you know, whatever is what it is. And but that didn't stop me from him, saving anybody and everybody on the play sets and stuff that I had and everything else, right? Mm-hmm. So but him growing up, he was a complete, like, out of nowhere purchase for me, because I didn't expect the Mighty Ducks to have toys, right? There was a ton of cartoons back then that should have had a toy line that didn't have a toy line that I wish had a toy line.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I kind of got to a point where I was like, well, okay, whatever. If, it doesn't. I kind of got to a point like a sixth sense about what was going to have a toy line and what didn't. And this was one of those ones I didn't think was going to get one, but it did.
Yeah.
And so when I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's so cool. Yeah, and so I grabbed him. So that's pretty much the story of Nosedive here.
Yeah, that's cool. I was gonna say is sorry. Yeah, that's really cool. It's like they did have quite a bit here. I don't know if it was like, I think that the thing was short run too. Like, I mean, there was a lot of it here, but it was very, very shortly lived. Now I'll show these two together just because it won't make any other sense. But back on the duck thing, yeah, but these are cool. I put these together here, had them as a kid, but yeah, they got their pieces. They don't hold their parts though. So more ducks, Darkwing.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I got his gun over there and his binoculars. He's got his cape and his hat, and he still does a little action move. Woo! Here, I'll do it again. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing. Darkwing.
We were going through parts, and this was his body was in the case, right? So I went crazy. Oh my god, it's Darkwing! And then she's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
She's got her little woohoo freaking move, like TikTok shakedown. There you go, baby. But yeah, he's really cool, of course, Darkwing. But it's dumb. Like, look at his hands, man. They can't hold the weapons he comes with. Can't hold the gun. Can't hold the binoculars. Cape comes off. And yeah, like I said, this figure goes for like $100-something now with its gun and cape, like, and hat and all that. But it's just a cool line. Like, I always like Darkwing as a kid. I had this figure as a kid, so it was nice just to find it like in the box, right?
Yeah.
And then when we went to Vancouver for the toy show, I didn't have the cape or the gun, but I had the binoculars and the hat. And one of the boxes I went through at one of the stores, guy had Darkwing stuff. Sadly, he didn't price it all out, and he didn't want to sell me more. He had like the plant guy and a whole bunch. He sold me the chick though, and got her bat and stuff. But there was some other stuff there, but I don't know if it was fully complete anyways. And when I looked it up, it's like it's almost better to buy it like if you can buy it complete than spending like $100 on one part, right?
Dude, the pricing on all of this is fucking getting out of hand, man. It really is.
It's dumb, but like I said, you can still find good deals complete on some stuff actually, even at stores. But to go find it like complete it yourself, like without like looking, like I said, we got tons of boxes and stuff here that we go through. So maybe find more as we go. But yeah, it's just a cool line. It's you know me, man. I'm not really a big Disney or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You never hear me talk about this stuff that much. Not that like I'm a big hater, but I'm just not as into stuff now. But now when I look back, like you said, the Mighty Ducks, like the pieces we're going through, and we were looking up the lines to see how to complete sets and stuff. It was really cool. It was like, and then it reminded me of Darkwing, and I found Darkwing, and it's just stuff like that, like that kind of era. I think we had some other stuff. What was the other show with the plane rescue rangers stuff? I think.
Yeah.
Right? Some of that. I'm not as near as into that at all, but
Tailspin.
Tailspin. But like this stuff, I love the rescue or the Chip and Dale one too. Those would be sick. I remember when they were dressed up like as women at the beginning of the show. I was always like, why do I like that? You know, when they're like back to back and they're dancing like chipmunks, but they're dressed up like women. I was like, something's going on there. Something's getting me like thinking about myself. But it's just a cool 90s line, right? Darkwing was always cool. He was just kind of a neat character in general, and it's kind of edgelord in a sense back then, all that stuff. But it's just fun, right?
I don't know if Darkwing Duck was like edgelord, but
yeah, not edgelord, but edge, like just had that edge vibe though of the 90s, you know.
What was the name of? Was it Robo Duck? The one that had like the one wheel.
Yeah, I think he was in. Was he in Darkwing or was he in that other show?
He was in all of them. He was like in all the duck related.
Yeah, cartoons. He was, right?
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember he was in the other one, and then he
was in DuckTales and stuff.
Yeah, DuckTales. Yeah, that guy was strange. I have no idea. Yeah, but yeah, it was a cool line. Like I said, it's cool. They got the motorbike out there, the plant guy, the electric guy, a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I wouldn't mind picking up cheaper down the road, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
All right, well, let me ask everybody a question out there, brother. What are you gonna do? So, I did a video a while back that's like, figures like near and dear to my heart or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And this was, I think I had mentioned in that video that this was one of the ones that, like, if I was homeless, I would keep him in my pocket or my backpack or something. Great. Because, like, so Hulk Hogan here, I think everybody who grew up in the 80s and the early 90s, like, we bled red and yellow, you know? And he was a childhood hero for a lot of us. And so me and my grandparents and my mom, it was like this family trip. It was like in the middle of Texas, and we stopped at a Walmart, and my grandfather was like, just go to a toy aisle, find something. Okay. And I was about 4 years old, and I was going through and going through all the toys, and I found the wrestling stuff, and I started digging, and I found this Hulk Hogan. And my grandfather, he was like, "Is that the one you want?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And that was it. And I would body slam everything with this guy, right? Like, put his hands up, and you put somebody across the top here, and you just kind of flick them down, like, and then they body slam them. You know,
wow,
body slamming action. But yeah, man, this is like endured for so long, and I have moved so many times in my life, especially since I was 4 when I got this, right? Like, I have moved so many times, and it is a wonder that how this figure has stuck with me for as long as it has.
Yeah.
And I'll also point out, so when the Jack Specific line came out, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I would have this Hulk Hogan as like a referee or like somebody who would interfere, because he's smaller, right? Like he didn't fit that 5-inch, 5.5-inch Jack Specific line. So like at one point he was like a kid or something in the crowd, and Shawn Michaels hit him with the steel chair and busted his head open. So I put like some red Sharpie right here in his hair, And he was just sitting like, just all messed up and stuff, and nobody knew what to do. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. That's funny. E-Man says DuckTales. Yeah, it's funny. It's like the opposite for me. I never liked DuckTales at all, really, but I love Darkwing. It was like one of the only Duck shows that I was really into back then,
Yeah.
Just it's different for everyone, right? Now this one is a little. I got this like first when the show movie came out. It's a little older. Well, it's old now, but like at the time. But yeah, I love these guys. I don't know if you ever got into them, but the Independence Day aliens.
Oh, dude, I had a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
those
they go. Like I got them in the. This one's missing one tentacle, sadly, but it's the one that's opened. So maybe we'll find it here. But yeah, I got the. It's got the little baby inside. I know it's like not really a baby, but like I used to call it the baby, right? It's really this is an exosuit basically for the aliens,
right?
But I call it the babies, right? And I got some extra babies down here. Like I was obsessed. Like I don't know if it was like the weirdness of how I was as a kid, because the shit that was going on with me mentally, because like I would obsess on the babies going in here, like obsessed, dude. Like it was like a sickness, right? Even I think my mom took it away from me at one point because I was like the babies, and she was like, "Why are you telling people all this all the time?" She's like, "Not even a fucking baby. She didn't even." You know what I mean? My mom knew it wasn't even a baby. But yeah, they're very interesting. These tentacles do pop out now, and they can actually snap because that's what happened to the one that I had on here. It broke, so I'm looking for a new one because the rubber is actually so dense. Like it's so old now, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. They're a cool set. Independence Day, the movie was strange, of course. I liked it a lot back then, but I mean, yeah, I had the spaceship too. If you ever had the spaceship or seen it, the little ship, then they have a play set. I got like there's the oh my god, one tentacle fell out, but it's got like I got like the dark blue one somewhere around here. I got this gray one, the red one. I think these two sealed as well. Oh my god, they're just falling out. And then that's the thing, like some of these, like, and then there's like a regular colored one, but some of these things like stay in there really well, and then sometimes they just fall out.
Right.
But they're different. I mean, the playability, like I said when I was a kid, was huge, right?
Yeah.
It's like a toy you can like shove into any toy line too, right?
Yeah, absolutely you can. That's what kind of piqued my attention with that toy line as a kid.
Because yeah, like I remember like me and my one friend who play like weird shit and like with families and shit and like have him in there with the baby. But like yeah, you could just put it into any line, right?
Yeah, 100% you could. And I thought that was really cool with that line, because you can have those just show up and just be, fodder for whoever you wanted it to be,
Yeah. What do you want to be today, darling? But yeah, no, it's cool, fun. They're still like the tentacles always falling out, but yeah, it's cool. They're just fun, like in general. Like they're just weird, right?
Yeah.
It's just funny. You got any more?
Oh yeah. All right. Next up, we're gonna have my my boy Vinny roll in.
Nice. That's
right?
hard as hell.
Dude, I love Biker Mice cartoon from the 90s, and even the one from the early thousands, right? Like,
yeah,
they were both really, really good. And the PS2 game was a lot of fun too. I really enjoyed it. I pretty much, man, if it's Biker Mice, I'm pretty much gonna. It's got my attention. You know what I mean? Like, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, I might, I might grin and bear it for a little bit. But yeah, so like he's pretty cool. He's got his helmet. He doesn't have his crowbar. He used to have like a spinning crowbar that would sit in his hand. And you would just spin it like it was a crowbar with a handle. It was really weird.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't understand this until I was older. The antenna, right? They go down. And I was like, well, that's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have this action feature right there? It doesn't work, doesn't what is it supposed to do? I didn't realize until I got older, like they shrink down like that so the helmet can fit onto him. See that? Like it's got like stringy still. So, after I realized that, I was like, yeah, this is some of the best toys ever. Like, because they thought about that,
Yeah, it's cool. So we have bags and bags of Biker Mice. Did that thing break out of his hand, or he just needs to hold it?
What?
Like this wrench? Like it's just an item?
Yeah, it was just an accessory that he had. Like I said, just a crowbar with a little with a handle on it.
We have like, I'm not kidding you, those huge Ziploc bag, like massive Ziploc bag. It's all Biker Mice. Like you can send you a picture later. It's insane.
Oh, nice. Yeah, send me a picture of it.
Because if you need it, I can. That's cheap to send, so I can just send that to you.
This was cool. This took me, dude. This took me like this motorcycle, crotch rocket, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This took me forever to find, right? I mean, forever. And it took me like almost a year to find this. And when I found it, we were visiting my grandparents. We were at the Walmart up in their little town. And it was $8.99. And a buddy of mine was with me, and he was like, $8.99? And you gonna spend that kind of money on that? Like, that's too much. That's too much, man. $8.99 for that? And I was like, well, I don't understand why it's too much, right? Like, I think the figure itself was like $4.99, and this was it was like vehicles always kind of had that like double in price at like starting at double in price kind of, but yeah, he was just like, yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And I was just like, what? I don't understand why you think it's too much, right? Like, it just didn't make sense. So I ended up buying it, and he was like mad at me for the rest of the trip because we're spending the weekend up there with my grandparents. And he was like, the whole time I was like, man, I can't believe you bought that. $8, man, bro. Yeah, he's like, you wasted your money, man. And I was like, we're like the same age, we're like 9, 10, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And I think what it is like, he was starting to turn that corner into girls, and I think he was trying to get me on that bandwagon. And while I was starting to like, I don't know, whatever chick is like really cute, like I was starting to turn that corner, but I was still like in the toys and explosions and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and man stuff.
Yeah, into girls. Yeah, no, I never turned right. I turned left, baby. But no, that's all I know. Hormones still take over. But yeah, no, it's interesting, right?
Yeah,
very cool. Yeah, these guys, I just want to share them. They are from the same line I showed earlier, but they are super cool. It's the Bucky, more Buckies. I'll show them together. It's the Blinky. The one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the one-eyed monster. So he's got the backpack. The little gun can be tricky to track down, but he's pretty good. And then I also got this guy who's this guy can be a real pain. Even have the little knife he comes with, but his hat comes off, right? General Toad guy kind of guy. Like, so this hat is a bitch to find. Like, you even on eBay when you look for these guys complete, like it's hard to find the hat, right? Oh no, just
Right.
dropped. Blinky's gone. Oh no, blink of an eye and it's gone, darling. But yeah, the one-eyed monster Blinky, the one-eyed robot Blinky, everyone's new partner. But yeah, no, he's cool, man. Always loved his design, right? And they have a squishy kind of feel, like, you know what I mean? I think his arms are like the bendy bot wire, but this guy's a pain, like an absolute pain. I had this guy as a kid too, so I never had the Blinky. My friend did. It was one of those lines where you like, it was kind of fast. Like I got him. I think I got the duck, maybe the crocodile guy, and you know, it was always hard to find actual Bucky. I do have him now, right? But
right,
you know, I remember going to the same place, that London Drugs place, and getting him with my grandma. And these are cheap, right? Like, you know, I wanted a Transformer, couldn't afford it, but you know, you could always pick up like a Bucky or a Turtle, right? Because it was just so much cheaper.
Yeah.
And such. But I liked his like hat, like the military stuff as a kid too. And then the Blinky goes, right?
But see, you can kind of put those into a turtle toy line and get away with it.
Oh yeah, we played with them with turtles. They're on the shelves right next to turtles at the store. So, but it's cool design, right?
Yeah,
it comes off or whatever.
Dude, the Bucky O'Hare cartoon was really cool too.
Yeah, I know. I remember when I saw Jenny for the first time. They never put Jenny in the original line, which sucked. But when I saw her as a kid too, I loved her eyelashes. I was always like thinking, like, I want eyelashes like that. I think I even said that to my uncle, and he was like, "What? What did you say?" I was like, "What? Never mind."
Speaking of eyelashes. Do you remember in the first X-Men movie, Sabretooth had those like really long eyelashes that hung down like to his, to his shoulders or whatever?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, I asked my mom after we watched that first X-Men movie, I was like, hey, is there a way that I can get those eyebrows? Can we go get like some Rogaine or something so my eyebrows could grow like that? Like I want.
That's funny, yeah. I did the same, man. I said it was with Jenny. I remember like thinking like, I remember being so young and seeing that and thinking like there's something like, I remember like that was one of my first thoughts about that shit, about being like somewhat different inside, because I remember seeing that with the eyelashes and being like I want that, you know, and thinking like I can't really tell anyone that.
Right.
And you know, I'm not against and for all that. I mean, get political, but I'm just saying like it brings up that weird, like something different's going on with me, you know what I mean?
Right.
At the time. But yeah, that's why I love the line. And they never did a Jenny in the original. I got the new ones that done. I don't know if you've ever seen the new figures that they've done, the new line. Yeah. She looks pretty badass. I have that somewhere. But
I was thinking about getting that line, and then the first reviews came out, and I was like, damn, they're so small.
Oh, I know.
And then they were like, I don't remember the price on them original. I think they were like $50 or $60 or something, like really high. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna.
No, prices were crazy. And then Big Bad, they did do a huge sale on them and blasted some out for so cheap, like $14 and stuff, and then up and down. But yeah, it's a hit or miss, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I like them. I mean, you know, the new ones, I kept them carded too. It's like, yeah, like you said, it's so, now that I got these ones, it's like, God, like I don't even want to open those ones, you know.
Right.
That's pretty cool. Is that it for you?
Now I got one more, and some might say that in order to see this one, you have to be a dragon and you have to be strong.
Oh, right. Double Dragon?
Yeah, from the Double Dragon cartoon, man. Like,
nice.
You know, I've said this before, like when it came to stuff, when I was a kid, I loved world building. Cars, play sets, bad guys, obscure character, whatever, man, you know? Yeah. I loved it. And the fact that this car doesn't look anything like it does its cartoon counterpart, you know, like for me, makes it even better, you know? I don't know why. It's just one of those weird things. So this can open up and it shoots like some launcher discs and stuff. I don't have the discs. These are long gone. And then it's got like a little spring-loaded missile launcher in the back here, right? It just pops up. And what I always thought was really cool about this is like the dragon logo on the back is the top of the launcher, right? And it's kind of camouflaged with the double doors and stuff. I just thought, you know, as a kid, I was like, man, that's so dope. And then you got the saw blades underneath here. So like, you know, if Shadow Master pops out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can cut his shins off. You know,
Yeah.
cut his legs off at the shin, whatever. Because the shadow falls, literally.
Yeah.
But in the cartoon, this thing was a hard top, not a convertible, not a Targa top or anything like that. But I get why they did it like this, is, you know, so you can take the figures in and out and everything, and it not really be a hassle.
Yeah, that's cool.
The crazy thing about this is, like, I had to this windshield piece had long been lost, because this is a separate piece. And this thing had long been lost, and at one point a few years ago, I was kind of going through all of my old toys and stuff and wanting to get them as close as complete as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this car was one of them, and it was missing the windshield for the longest time, like, you know, whatever, 25 years, whatever it's been. And that's when I found out that the car itself is cheap. The windshield itself is like a $50 piece now. And so I waited and waited and waited, and one popped up. And this one, you can see it's like super, like, just scratched, and I probably do need to buff it and clean it up, but but it's like super jacked up. So I ended up winning the bid on this windshield for $1, and, you know, whatever shipping was, I think it was like $3.99 at the time or whatever. Every other one was going, like, people were asking like $50, $40, $60, whatever, for this little windshield piece. And I just played the waiting game and got it for like $5 instead of, you know, the 50 or whatever it was. But dude, this cartoon, like, these figures here, man, the Billy and Jimmy and the Shadow Master, and dude, I have, like, this was one of my all-time, like, favorite toy lines, truthful, like, hands down. You know, people will be like, oh yeah, you know, the first wave of this or that is, like, you know, some of the best toys ever. Like, I will put these up against just about anything in terms of, like, the world building, in terms of all that stuff that goes with that. Like, these are one of the best toy lines ever. You know, these Double Dragon figures, and Tyco is the one that made these, believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had that windshield piece, but like I said, the bins of stuff, we have, like, not a ton, but a small Ziploc so far, and there's so many bins to go through. We have some Double Dragon stuff, but I'm not sure what the hell it is. It's like weapons or something.
Man, and the Slicer had that weird voice.
Oh yeah,
that shadow balls. You know, it's just like, dude.
Sweet. We'll get into E-Man's question after this, but let's show this off quickly. Yeah. One more thing. Like I said, we can always go into, it's not about touching the toy line once, you know what I mean? Like, we can go into the same toy lines again and again and again. But like I said, we're going to feel this podcast two episodes old, and, like, you know, it wasn't a huge turnout today. Thank you for everyone that was been in chat and hanging out still, but you know what I mean, like, people, if they rewatch it, they'll see, and you know what I mean, we'll keep doing it. This guy did Primal Rage figures. They got lots of, like, what you like whatever they're called, you know, the toy
action features.
Yeah, the toy does something. This tail shoots out. You got multiple tails, so it shoots out. You can put different tails on him. He's cool. He's like, you know, one of those armored dinosaur types, right?
Dude, those man.
Him, they got, like, armor, the other guys, so you got chomping action, like, hey, you remember Shady Bear? I made his enlightened brother. Like, yeah, it's like, you know, they got armor that comes off, they got different colors. There's a red one, Diablo. This guy always, like, I think it's a woman or something, maybe, with the Viper. But did you ever play the game?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I played the game. I played the hell out of Primal Rage, man.
Yeah, is this a woman actually? Do you remember?
I remember there being, like, a red one like him too, and one of them was female. Yeah, I just don't remember which one was.
Yeah, so it's like a snake kind of, but they're cool, man. Like, I have the monkey too back there. I said that, you know, go into more, but I just wanted to show something else different too. They're very fun. Like, they're fun to collect. They've been, I think I found him, not with his parts, found the parts here, but I found him in a Value Village, like a thrift store. And then, yeah, I found both of these in a thrift store, actually. And then I got him at one of the toy shows, and they had both the tail pieces. There's other pieces, and they, you know what I mean? There's the Raptor, there's some other guys, but they're fun. They're different, right?
Didn't the gorillas from that line, didn't they have, like, rooted hair?
Yeah, I think I have it. Hold on. One sec. Yeah, I think they got like real hair.
Yeah.
Like the red one and the white one. I only have the white one. Yeah. So yeah, I'll show them. I should have grabbed them too, but it's far back there. But yeah, see.
Yeah. Was it Blizzard?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard.
Yeah.
Let's get copyright. But yeah, like Blizzard. I work for Blizzard. But yeah, it's cool, man. They're fun.
Yeah, dude, those were cool, man.
Yeah, they're fun. They're different. I had them as a kid. I can't remember where I got him. I think the toy show too. It's oddball lines like this I really love collecting. You know, they're not too much in value, so I would like too much to pick up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, E-Man does ask, what non-Transformers figures in your collection do you value the most? I guess emotionally value, I guess, or whatever. What about what's up for you, Mr. N-Put?
I would say anything that I have a memory of that's like attached to a family member, right? So like even right now, you know, I can go back to childhood and, you know, like the Hulk Hogan that I showed earlier. You know, my grandfather got me that, and you know, I adored my grandfather. So anytime he got anything like that or did anything like that for me, it was always, you know, like always made me smile, made me really happy and stuff. Even all the way up to like a modern day figure, you know, my grandmother passed away in 2018. And I went to TFCon in 2019, and the last gift, or the last thing that she was able to do for me before she passed, was to be able to help me go to TFCon in 2019. And I have the G2 Starscream that was that convention exclusive. What is it? The Make Toys Starscream.
Yeah.
But in his G2 colors, I have that, and that's like the last, you know, the last thing that my grandmother was able to, you know, gift me, you know, whatever, however you want to phrase that.
Yeah.
And then Acid Storm was a Christmas gift from her that year as well. So like, so that's like, you know, the last Christmas gift, you know, that Masterpiece Acid Storm 2017, like that was the last Christmas gift she got me. So like even all the way up to like modern day stuff, there are pieces like, you know, like I said with Hulk Hogan, like I would be homeless and they would be in my backpack or in a pocket or something, you know.
Yeah. That's funny. I remember that guy who did go homeless from buying all that third party stuff back in the day. I can't remember his name, but I just remember that one guy who was buying all the third party stuff and he went homeless.
Oh, I don't remember that. Is anybody? You're gonna have to. You want to dish the deets?
I don't remember. I just remember someone talking about it back in the day. Like I'm talking like 5-6 years ago. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
Wouldn't surprise me if he did because of all the pricing and stuff on that third party stuff back then.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, for me, I'd say mostly what I value the most is just like my I guess the stuff I have over there, like the anime figures, you know.
Yeah.
Besides my because I got lots of figures people have given to me that I cherish, but like a lot of the most meaningful Transformers I have are like that kind of value. Are definitely the Transformers, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to like value the most, like that I'm prized of my collection, I always have to display and stuff. Is definitely like I said, these horror anime figures. I don't know why. I'm a sicko, right? Like it's just they bring me the most joy out of anything, right? So yeah. I guess I do value that the most, right?
I mean, if it brings you joy, that's.
I think you'd have to be messed up for these not to bring joy. I don't know if I can show them that well right now. But maybe put them on the big screen, right? But like I said, they just bring me like a type of joy. You know, they're just fun to display. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, they just bring me the most joy. Like I said, that zombie one I showed you recently, and then I got some of the others over there too, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like. Yeah, they're just those ones are the cheaper, like more the model type. But they, like I said, the value of them bring me the most joy. You know, like I just, they just bring me joy. Like to set them up, and they're just very articulated. They like I said, they're kind of like the Mayfix, the Mofix that you like, right? Like they just have a good value of articulation. That they're worth the money, you know.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, because like Mayfix saved me for collecting. Like, because I was pretty much done. Like, just I was kind of looking at it, things like, man, all this money and all this bullshit and all the, all the efforts you got to go through to jump through hoops to get this or that or whatever, and like all the scalpers, and then the scalpers like in the communities, or quote unquote communities, or whatever you want to call them, the fandoms or whatever. Like there's so many people that will step on your back and take advantage of you, or try to rake you over the coals on some pricing. And it just kind of got to a point where it's too much of a hassle, right? Because you got to be at Target at 6 o'clock in the morning just to find your Spider-Man. Because if you're not, then the scalper's going to get it, and then it's on eBay for 60, or it's at the flea market for 100 or whatever, man. So I was just kind of like, the whole toy, quote unquote, you guys know I hate the word community, right? The way that it's used. But like the whole toy community or collecting sphere or whatever, it was like there was a point where I was like, man, it's all trash, right? Like nobody really wants to help each other out and whatever. And then I was just like, which one? I think it was Mayfix Superman. I got the Hush Superman. I got the second reissue, or the first reissue. And this would have been like 2022, I think it was. Man, when it came in, dude, I was messing around, fiddling around with it, and I was like, damn, this is so good. And it brought back all that feeling of like, when you buy something and you're happy and you're excited about it and you're playing with it and you're just so ecstatic about this thing. You want to share it with everybody and whatnot, right? I found roughly the original Superman theme, the 76, 78 movie, the first Christopher Reeve movie. I found that theme song was like somebody made like a 10-hour version of it. I flew that fucking Superman around the house like I was 6 years old. I was running behind it, with the arm stretched out, and that theme song was blaring off my phone. And Oracle's like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, this fucking Superman is awesome. And it made me feel like a kid again, that I got, off the couch from messing with it and just ran around the house and flew Superman around the house, Yeah. So I totally understand where you're coming from with those statues, because it makes you happy. There's a level of excitement that sparks inside you whenever you get one, or you're messing with it and you're posing it or whatever, right? Like I totally get it, man.
Yeah. It just gives you a little bit of, just brings me more joy. Like, cause it's just like, I know it reminds me of like a simpler time for me too. Like with how I used to be, in the sense, like, not that I like, like the attraction of, like, there's a part that appeals the aesthetic, but just like, it reminds me of like in general of a happier, funner 90s time, like a more silly, just, I guess somewhat misogynistic, sexist type vibe, like this old school, like it brings that old school joy. It just takes me back, it's for fun at the end of the day, what I mean? And still, people that are into some of that stuff, they're not like, it's not over offensive to them or anything, right?
Right.
And Bart could care less, right? So like, I have a bunch of dudes, I mean, and he's the one with the dudes. But yeah, like like the theme songs too, like, I wanted to show something, but I just thought, like, there's not as many people here, but I mean, it's all good. If you watch this later, like I said, I might be doing a new show with some, so calling all Hasbro simps, calling all Hasbro apologists. If you want to be on my new show, just message me, and I'll drop this quickly.
Miss Danny's class, Hasbro simps. Lecture you on repaint, price, and hype, but you defend them all. Buy every figure, get triggered whenever someone criticizes. Ooh, pop quiz. You're the critic with the big size, realizes, addicted to her help. Raise your hand, get the question right. She's not the prize. Prize. Miss Danny runs the classroom. Control of the Hasbro simps. Ruler taps, chalkboard snaps. Detention if you slip. Hasbro simps. Hasbro simps. Miss Danny, taking names, keeping receipts. Hasbro simps. Hasbro simps. She's got the lesson plan, the ruler, the receipts.
What the fuck?
Raise your hands.
No, dude, you got. So, calling all Hasbro simps, I guess. If you want to be on Danny Dolphin's new show, it's a game show. If you want 9 pounds of gummy bears, fucking shoved down your gullet by Danny Dolphin, I guess. Like, it's just like silent library type shit.
Bart was like, you got it mad too last night. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, stop playing that. Yeah. He's like, what the hell is that? But yeah, I mean, personal fun joke turns into that. But yeah, you never know. After raise your hand, I didn't even tell it to say that in a sense, and it just said it. I was like, oh my god, you're listening to everything. But yeah, like I said, you want to be on the new show, message.
Oh my god, dude! Are you saying like it did the song say like to raise your hand or whatever?
Yeah, I did tell it to what to say mostly, but how it added the raise your hand was just priceless. I was like choking up laughing, right? And it was like I was talking to it too, like, oh my god, like it so well, and it was like, oh yeah, no, don't worry, we cover all angles. I was just like,
oh my god, dude, that's hilarious. I love it. What?
I know I'll be putting that out probably on like this was a sneaky little tease. Like if people watch this later and they see that, it'll make them laugh. And then like I said, I could put on some other things. So yeah, I'll be looking for the JJ Primes of the world. And
why?
Whoever wants to be on the show, just message me. That's funny.
All right, if you want to be on Danny Dolphin's new game show, I guess, yeah, hit her up on Instagram, and for only $2.99 a month, you become one of her Hasbro sips, I guess.
Yeah, that should be good, man. Let's get the apologists out there. Let's see if Miss Danny can show.
I feel like at this, I now understand that I feel like there's a moment in Chris Chan history where he says, he's like, what the hell am I even doing with my life? If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you understand how I feel. If you don't, just fuck, man. Just look up Chris Chan and cake. Just, I'll give you that one for free, but like.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, no, got all oh, it's funny.
Oh man, E-Man says that's going to gain a lot of traction for sure. I like this idea. Is this a game show or a talk show? Is it a game show or a talk show, Danny?
I don't know if it's much of a. I mean, there will be questions and tests. So I mean, there's I guess there's definitely a game show aspect of it.
I mean, definitely, but probably a combination of the two.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get like 9 people in the same room with you or whatever, right? Like it would all.
Yeah, it's just it'll to like talk over and all that, anyways. But yeah, it's just like what I mean. The pro extremist Hasbros, if they want to be put to their test of their love.
And dude, you can get like the writing crop, and then you can be all like, when everyone starts talking over each other, you can be like, shut up.
Yeah, so I got a couple people in there, but I got like TF Fan Geek, JJ Prime, and someone else.
Oh man,
might go well.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone, man. Come on.
No, but I'm just saying, like people that love Hasbro. Hasbro can do no wrong. You message me,
Hasbro can do no wrong. Go look at my my Hasbro I Quit video if you think they can't do any wrong.
No, but no, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. The people that believe it, you know where to find me in the classroom.
We should. This whole show just went off the rails. Like somebody.
I guess it really lived up to the name I made. We tried talking toys. This happened, right?
Yeah, you know what? I read that title and I was like, "What happened?" Like we haven't even gotten to the episode yet. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? And this is what she was talking about.
I always have a plan, darling. Like I said, man, this show is gonna be on all the time, right? Like every Wednesday for a while, right?
And the new Danny Dolphin Hasbro Simp show is going to be the new ridiculousness. You're going to tune in on her channel. It's going to be 24/7. Danny's going to be the new Chanel West Coast, baby.
It's going to get that chalkboard ordered, a few things, get some people in line. Maybe we could have Raz on there and step on his face, or I don't know if he'll ever see this.
I'm sure your boyfriend would have a field day with that one, right? Like,
yeah.
Why are you stepping on his face, Danny?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I could torture Sunstreaker on camera for Raz. That'd be a good one.
Oh my god, dude. BDSM Sunstreaker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is getting weird.
I know, bro. We'll cut this on the show. Who knows what'll happen? Like I said, it's a fly-by-night idea, but it's just for fun. Anyhow, yeah, like I said, we'll be on Wednesdays. You know, talking more stuff, more toy lines. If anyone you leave stuff in the comments too. If you ever want us to bring up, childhood topics about toys or any type of just anything about toys in general that you want us to discuss, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. You want us to time travel back? You want us to talk about like the business side of it or whatever?
Especially back then too, yeah. You know, back then the good part, sometimes you still can afford it, but it was more affordable, fun hobby, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was just it's just fun, you know, getting into
Well, I think that takes a lot of I think the fun aspect comes from about how cheap it can be, right? Like when you go to like a water park or something, or an amusement park, and it's $100 to get in, and you go and you get the roller coasters and the arcades, and you can basically spend 8 hours there, just constant nonstop fun, and it's day and night, and it's only for $100. That's a really good deal, right? Like that's not a bad deal. But if you take that same $100 and you go buy a Commander class Optimus Prime, and it's meh at best, it takes a lot of the experience out, a lot of the enjoyment out of it. Yeah, because your experience with it was so bad for that cost.
Totally.
Right?
Exactly. And yeah, there could be, I'll post there's a small version of the song Quentin I'll be posting on Instagram and all that. I do have a fuller part 2. It'll be posted as we go, but yeah, I could play it again before we leave and then do the outro. But yeah, and then Bill, that's a great thing. Places that we hung out in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
that'd be good for next episode.
Hell yeah. Where do we hang out in the 90s? That'd be a good third episode. Places we hung out in the 90s.
Yeah, and then played with our toys, like the parks, the ball pits, the stuff. They don't even have some of that stuff anymore. Like the things that I take a picture of it, the things at the store, right, to hang out, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I remember when McDonald's had the N64 and the GameCubes and stuff, right?
Color thing. Do you remember the color thing you could?
Yeah.
All that, the merry-go-rounds. Burger King here had a huge outdoor place. At McDonald's at the indoor one. We'll get into all that. It's a great idea, Bill. Thank you so much. Anything else before we go? I'm going to play the thing one more time, and then I'll hit up the outro. But thank you for being here every Wednesday, 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, right? You can find us here. Just having a blast talking our toy passion in general, mostly hitting on the older stuff right now and back in the day, because that's what brought us the joy. That's what made us the collectors we are today. But yeah, thank you for being here as always.
And if you think you got what it takes, if you think you got the cojones, if you think that you got balls enough to challenge one Danny Double D in her new broadcasted live internet show, Danny's Hasbro Simps. Hit her up on Instagram and get your contestant card today. Because if you ain't got a card, it doesn't make you a simp. If you ain't a simp, you ain't on the show. So hit her up. Yep.
If you think you got what it takes for Miss Danny, and we'll see you next week, people. Ciao.
Miss Danny's class, Hasbro Simps, Hasbro Simps. Lecture you on repaint, price, and height, but you defend them all, defend them all.
Buy every figure, get triggered.
Buy every figure, get triggered whenever someone criticizes. Ooh, pop quiz. You're the critic with the big size, realizes, addicted to her help. Raise your hand, get the question right. She's not the prize. Miss Danny runs the classroom. Control of the Hasbro Simps. Ruler taps, chalkboard snaps. Detention if you slip. Hasbro Simps. Hasbro Simps. Miss Danny, taking names, keeping receipts. Hasbro Simps. Hasbro Simps. She's got the lesson plan, the ruler.
Yeah, we ran it back again. Danni Nput, yeah, you tapped in. From the shell to the screen, that's the life we live. Collecting chaos, yeah, you know what it is. Talk that tall, let the minutes slide. One more attention before we say goodbye. Same time, same vibe, yeah, we'll be right here. More heat, more figs, yeah, the next one near. Danni Nput, yeah, you know the name. Toy talk chaos, yeah, we run the game. Hit, replay,